Shalom, shalom. Kohalayim la, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, KAKUDASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great middle student teacher of the well. Peace and salutations be to who will elect. Brother Tazwam, commanders truth and prophets in Babylon, camp here in Tampa, Florida. Alright, this lesson is going to be going into Canada, saying how they're going to cut electricity to some U.S. states in response to the tariffs. And they also put tariffs on America as well. So whenever America tries to purchase natural resources from Canada, it'll be much more expensive. Alright, you had Mexico just shut down their border because of the tariffs that Trump just put out. So these countries ain't only responding with they're not only responding with tariffs, they're responding with more than just tariffs. Alright, they're taking other shots as well, because now their economy is about to suffer. So they're going to cause that's a major blow to these other countries. So since their economies are going to suffer, they're going to do what they can to make America's economy suffer as well, so that America can reconsider. Canada said it's slow to anger and quick to forgive. And that means that they were hoping that Trump can turn this thing around and draw back his decision to put 25% tariffs on these countries. China responded also with 25% tariffs and an additional 10 to 15% on America. All right, and most of the things here in America is made in China. It says made in China, made in Mexico. Okay, or you see some made in Canada. And these things are going to have a heavy effect very soon. All right, it might not take effect now, but you will see it take effect soon. All right, on those exports, when it's time to get more exports in, it's going to be costly. And then that means it's going to be costly for the people as well. All right, so that America can maintain their own country, they're going to have to, that's going to force them into inflation and then hyperinflation. So Trump's in a area where he's about to wager his whole country, okay? Thinking that this is some sort of business deal, all right, which America is a business, but probably not the type of business he's used to. Okay, so now he's throwing his own country into turmoil. Okay, vigorously too, because of his pride. The pride of his heart has deceived him. All right. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then evils shall grow, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So when everything was affordable, everybody thought they were good. Jake thought they were good. You know, they thought they were shit. Jake's struggling in an environment where the food seems cheap. Okay, the victuals seem cheap now. All right. How much more when things get a lot more expensive because of these tariffs, man? This tariff war. All right. A lot of these businesses are going to shut down too. Mainly these restaurant businesses, some of these alcohol businesses and wood businesses, because that's coming through from that's getting imported from Canada. Okay, wood, steel, alcohol. So like alcohol. All these things are being imported from Canada. All right, so what does that mean for America? That means people are going to start getting let go so that the business can thrive and still survive. A lot of businesses are going to be put out of commission, going to go bankrupt and be foreclosed, and the cost of living is going to skyrocket. And they saying you should be able to feel the effects by Friday or Monday. I'm trying to remember which article I read it from. But they're saying you should be able to feel the effects by Friday or Monday, man. I think it said the 10th. So whatever the 10th is, 5 days from now is, yeah, the 10th is on a Monday, I believe. So by next week, the beginning of the week, the Monday that everybody hates, when shit really gonna hit, shit may be very expensive by Monday, And there's a show I just saw, Spirit just saw a video of it on Instagram, where the government had to shut down the people's money. They couldn't use their money to buy food or anything, and they had National Guard guarding all the grocery stores, all the mainline grocery stores, or the primary grocery stores like Walmart, Target, Publix. Okay, so I know some states don't have a Publix, but down here in Florida we have a Publix. All right, Winn-Dixie's, whatever your huge grocery stores are. It says, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Okay, so the sword, Jacob be getting put down. Famine, Jacob be hungry. Okay, and great confusion. Jake ain't gonna know what's going on. They thought Trump was gonna make America great again, and he's not. All right. Right here, it says, "For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine." Many of them that dwell on earth gonna perish of famine. They're gonna perish of being too hungry, starvation. Okay, they're gonna be stuck like Chuck, looking for a buck. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So it's gonna be a very perilous time that we're coming into. All right, very troublesome. All right, Jake gonna look for some relief left and right, and not gonna be able to find it. When Jake look to the left for relief, they're gonna be met by a lion, and then they're gonna look to the right for relief, they're gonna be met by a bear, and they're gonna sit down for relief and be bitten by a serpent. You're gonna be in trouble either way, man. This is a very troublesome time. Okay, whatever option you make or decision you take, okay, you're gonna find trouble on that path. Especially Jacob. Jake's struggling now. How much more in a hyperinflation time? In a time of hyperinflation. And Jake known to get violent. Especially when they're hungry. Alright? Or when they trying to get some money, or they trying to steal something, they get violent. These are the niggas that America's bred. Alright, and they getting ready to start turning on y'all. But it says the other that escaped the hunger shall the sword destroy. If you end up escaping the hunger, guess what? Esau gonna be at your door with a K9 unit, all right, and assault rifle aimed right inside your peephole. Open the door. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to come for them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. All right. So the earth gonna be wasted. These cities gonna be casted down, man. Okay, this is the time where shit's over. This shit is over. You think Trump wanted to put those tariffs? He was given orders to put those tariffs, man. And truly, the orders came from the Lord, YAHAWASHI. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean bird, every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. All right, so these other nations were waxing rich through the abundance of America's delicacies, man. Okay, they were. That's why they said we're going to suffer, but we're going to make sure you suffer as well. You had the one of these Canadian elites. He was talking about how America just stabbed his best friend in the back, which was Canada. All right. Now these nations are beginning to feel betrayed. So what you think they're going to do? They're going to rise to the occasion. Okay? They're going to fight back. They're going to fight against that big bully. Okay? Which, I believe it was China. They said, China or Mexico said that the stunt that America just pulled with the tariffs was a sign of bullying. Okay? And abuse of power. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. So you shouldn't have your mind here in this place. If your mind here is here in Babylon, you're going to receive of her plagues, okay, and be partakers of her sins, all right? So that don't literally mean get you a plane ticket and get up out of America. No, man. We got front row seats to the greatest show that's about to happen in all of history. We there to watch it. You know, it's gonna be told in the kingdom, man. All right, and you can say I was there. You know, you want to go to the other side of the world and try to hide from destruction. Destruction will find you over there. You can't hide. All right. It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and YAHAWASHI hath remembered her iniquities. So the Lord didn't forget what she's done in this country. Okay, much blood of the Lord's children has been slain here, and it cries out unto the Lord. The Lord is about to answer its call. So take heed, things are about to get very bumpy. Brothers, stay in the spirit. Brothers must stay in the spirit. And this could only mean that the C-hip is right on our heels. Okay? The RFID microchip is right on our heels. Alright? But with that, I give all glory, honor, and praises unto YAHAWAH. I truly hope this is edifying to you. I give an YAHAWAH through listening to the sincerity. Until next time, Shalom.